It's funny because the other 3 matches, obviously skill-wise, are a lot like higher. But I'm very, very excited for our opening match, and I have no idea what to expect. Coco is sending me the invite. Apparently, we have successfully made it through the vetoes. Coco is ready. Lino is ready. It's 6 p.m. sharp. I have to double check, make sure that I still have space on my PC. I think I do, but I often record these as well for safety. Free space, 87 gigabytes. That's not much. Time to delete some things. I think that's enough, right? That should be enough. Start recording. Let's do it then. If Coco is ready and Lino is ready, I'm ready. GG, good luck. Whenever you guys want. BASILISK Big Brain Bouts number 65 already. And for the first time in history, we get to see Coco. I think Lino has played before. I don't think it went well. I think he played against KJ once. KJ, the manager of Storm Gaming. He got the best of Lino. Been a little quiet around Lino. I know he's been busy lately with real life. He's managing a company and he hasn't played that much. When he saw Coco was signing up for the BBB, as he was looking for a Terran specifically, Lino said, I'm ready. So let's do it. Game 1, Site Delta. Friday night video gaming. Brought to you by BASILISK. Even if we already had an entire Friday of video gaming and I'm recovering from it.
Let's get it on. Round 1, fight!
In the top left side, we are looking at the main base of our very tall German friend. I met Lino towards the end of 2018, I believe it was, when we had a WESG or something like that qualifier back then in Barcelona. Even though he's German, he lived in Spain for a while. I met him there. He was just a random fan at the event, but we got along really well. We stayed friends ever since, and since that day, well, he's been a very active member of our community. He has organized show matches in the past, always comes to Home Story Cup, makes sure everybody at Home Story Cup has a good time, picks people up, drives them around, comes to Zuidland every now and then for a UFC night, and he likes to play. He's a Terran by heart, but he also plays a lot of Protoss, and I think at one point his Protoss actually became better than his Terran, but he has always been a Terran by heart. It's our German friend, Lino. And Lino knows what to get ready for as he is going up against the one and only, the notorious cheeser from America, living in Norway. I've known Coco for a little over 4 years as well. Obviously, the queen needs no introduction. It's Platinum Heroes Coco. Coco has opened. Oh my goodness, what is this Starcraft, guys? What am I looking at? Coco is opening up with a pylon on the low ground, a gateway, a cybercore. But there's also a pylon and a gateway on the other side of the map. Meanwhile, Lino is gonna go for the build that, believe it or not, he actually beat Hearthstone with once. Lino's claim to fame in StarCraft 2 after all these years is winning a single map over Hearthstone in a European Pro Tour weekly. And he did this by 3 or 4 Rex Reapering Hearthstone. Killed the first unit, then lost a couple of Reapers, but he got the job done in the end. The Reaper all-in was good enough for Lino to give him his biggest win of his career. Now Coco is going to have extra gateway units though. Lino's obviously going to scout because he knows Coco. They are friends as well. He's been watching his stream for a long time. Do we see the gate? We are so close, but he does not see it. Uh-oh. So we're going to look at a whole bunch of Stalkers battling a whole bunch of Reapers. With perfect micro, the Reaper player wins, but... yeah, Coco is obviously ugly. That's the nickname that her sister gave her when she was a kid, or her brother, one of the two. And Coco actually started playing StarCraft 2, I think, on her brother's account, and then her brother named the account Ugly, and she stayed with it. We obviously know her as Coco. Triple Reaper has a lot of micro potential against the first Stalker, and so far it's clean on Lino's side, guys. Lino, his Reapers, kill a Stalker without losing anything. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Coco is indeed going to need a battery, and he's going to need a battery badly. He's building 2 Stalkers at a time. But if... oh, no, okay, we're going to run away from the pylon. We're going to run away from the battery. We need the adapt here. It comes down to micro, and I have no idea who's got the better micro between these two. I do think Coco has made great progress in her micro. This Reaper, by the way, Lino is expanding. Behind all these Reapers, he is expanding as he's dropping a couple of grenades. One Reaper is probably going to fall here, but the Adept dies. And if the Stalker dies before the battery's online, we're in trouble. But we do have a Neil Stalker, and at least we're getting some healing out of the battery. So that's great news for Coco. Lino is taking a worker lead. Coco hasn't really been building probes for a while. Ugh. Coco's economy is not looking too hot. The expand is a lot quicker, so that part is great. As one Stalker gets recalled in the center of the map. Good recall. Triple Stalk I think should be good enough, but this many Reapers is scary though. Coco is going to micro a little bit. We're going to run back. We lose one Stalker very quickly. Nice micro on the side of Lino as he's pulling the low HP Reapers back. Eventually the probes might get us around. This is going to be very hectic as we have another Stalker coming in from the right side, but Lino wants it. Lino gets it. There is one more in the natural where all these Stalk is coming from Coco. It's 7 probes dying. I'm afraid that's a few too many. Oh. That is a few too many. 5 Reapers have died, but in return, Lino has already killed 4 Stalkers and the Adept. That's obviously very good on his side. Now Coco is moving out, but whilst he's moving out, I think he's in danger of losing every single probe at home. If the Reapers go for it right now, I mean, a shield battery is going to buy a little bit of time, but even a single shield battery dies very quickly. Lino, however, is not doing anything with them. When are we going to go for it? Is he ever going to go for it? Yes, yes, no, yes. Yes, we are going to go for it. I'm going to see that the natural is empty. Stalkers are already on the other side of the map. Reapers kill stuff so much quicker than Stalkers do. And there are a couple of Marines that can buy time here already. I'm afraid that this is it for Coco. These 3 Stalkers need to win the game. Okay, we do have a Stalker at home actually with the battery. And we use battery overcharge. It's a real shame for Coco that you can't save that second Stalker. That would have come in very, very handy. Do we still have the Robo? Yes, we do. How are the Stalkers doing? The Stalkers are battling Marines on the other side of the map. But one Stalker is very low on HP. Stalker gets blocked. I think this is it. The Reapers of Lino are too powerful in game 1, and it's our German Terran who takes the 1-0 lead after 6 minutes of action on side Delta. With these builds going up against each other, it's honestly incredibly weird. I watch a stupid amount of Starcraft, but if you ask me, Roddy, when's the last time you saw 3 Rex Reaper go up against double gate expand? Yeah, I actually don't think I've ever seen these 2 builds clash. I feel that it obviously defensively should be very good for the Terran. But the moment that the Protoss knows what is up and you recall and you keep the Stalkers at home and you get a battery per mineral line, then I think the Reapers should kind of fall off. Lino did a good job in saving his Reapers and microing them back and obviously picking off the Stalkers one by one. LTU Hunter, it's not possible during Big Brain Bouts. You should know that. Can do it on Monday, mate. Or Monday or Wednesday. Wednesday we have Kung Fu Cup. Monday we have the weekly. But during BBB it's not possible. Oh. Let's see what game 2 is going to be. Oceanborn. Now both players have had some help. I believe they have reached out to friends. Lino is very good friends with a couple of the best players in Europe. Think of Rainer, think of Lambo. I hang out with them on the winter holiday as well. Clem obviously also has fantastic video gaming friends like Max Pax and Clem. So we are looking at two products of coaching perhaps a little bit. Oh, I didn't even know that Indy was going to be here. You think it's time for the... It's not a build? I wonder if Lino, his plan is to go 3 Rex Reaper every game. I don't know. I don't think so. But I also don't think it's necessarily particularly good on site Delta, so... Hello, Kansas. 1-0 lead for our German. But Coco's got builds. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few cannons and batteries or a proxy void ray. We gotta get something along those lines, right? Think everybody's ready? Coco says go for my sake. I think Coco's feeling very nervous. I hope that she can just shake it off a little bit and have some fun. Like, in the end of the day, sure, people are watching, there is money on the line, but it's just a video game. We're all friends here. It's just about having a good time. But I know that's easier said than done. I still feel pressure as well, even when I'm 37, and a lot of the games that I play are completely irrelevant. It's hard to just relax, shake it off, and have fun.
Round 2, fight!
Bottom right side of Oceanborn, we are looking at the main base of our tall German friend. I used to call him the beer delivery champion of the world, but it's been a long time, to be fair, that he has delivered beer to my house. So he kind of lost that title. This is Lino. He does still bring some to Home Story Cup, to be fair. Top left side of Oceanborn, we are looking at the main base of the Queen of Starcraft, of European Starcraft, his platinum heroes, Coco. Was he born and raised in Massachusetts, but been living in Norway for a long time. Cheetahs in the gamble. I don't think whatever happened in game 1 is a very strong indicator of what's going to happen in a lot of these other games. As I said, those two builds going up against each other is very random and very unique. Coco will not go for second gate proxy every game. And I think Lino won't go 3 Rex Reaper every game, but if he does, I believe Coco can be fine against it. Lino has been annoying, building very early depots at the top of his ramp, making it hard for Coco to get into the main, and obviously have a feeling for what he's playing against. This is scary, especially since Lino did such a... Oh, sneak in! Yes, Coco! I mean, I love Lino too, guys, but obviously I want to make sure that Coco has some fun and a few things go her way. Coco sees that Lino opens the doors so she can get into the main base, and even if there is no factory to be found yet, but she finds it immediately with her probe on the other side of the map. Oh my goodness. All the Germans are terrified when Coco's on fire. Coco's got eyes everywhere. Forces Lino to cancel the factory, and Coco is off to a flying start here in game 2. Lino now is just going to give up and build a factory at home. Which obviously means that his build is going to be A, very delayed, and B, whatever he had in mind has been revealed. Gonna play it very safe. Second gate before tech. I would have loved to see Stargate, would have loved to see Twilight Council. Maybe even a Robo, but honestly I think Robo is the most difficult one to play out of the 3. And I think it's important sometimes to keep Starcraft simple for yourself. Second gate is very safe. I'm curious to see what we're gonna do from here. We know that Coco loves to create an entire city somewhere on the map. Twilight Council, Gateway, Dark Shrine, another little city somewhere. This could be one of these games. In the end, it is 2 Reapers on the side of Lino and now a tank on the way. So, I mean, analyzing these builds, guys, I'm not sure where Lino is gonna go. I don't know if it matters. The 2 Reapers do make it deep into the main base. Coco should be able to kill both Reapers here, by the way. See, will losing 2 probes is okay. 3 is one too many, but we have a much quicker expense, so I still think C's alright. In the end, Coco does go for the Robo, and we already have a Twilight Council. Is this going to be like a Zealot charge all in? Does... Okay, or DTs. So maybe like DTs and then Zealot charge? DTs, and then I do think it's going to be Zealot charge first. Lino is just kind of stuck on his little 1-base setup. Coco picks up the ramp, sees a tank. I like how we're now building a 3rd command center, guys, before the 2nd one is an orbital. This has a lot of potential, I think, on Coco's side. Lino has also had a starport for like a solid minute, and we haven't used it yet. Now fire is up cloak, so I guess we're gonna go Banshees. Might have a lot of scans to work with all these command centers, if all of them eventually become orbitals, but I think this looks incredibly promising for our Norwegian Protoss. American, Norwegian. The Queen. It doesn't matter. Think Coco's on a timer? No, I don't think so. up 6 workers, and Lino is still on 1 base. Any Terran that's sitting on 1 base, I really don't believe that we're on the timer. We are mining of 2 mineral lines right now. The Protoss only of 1. Lino is showing us that he's familiar with the status of Coco and some of her tricks and antics. This is even getting an eBay on 1 base. Coco with the hidden base. I love it. I have no idea, Bruno. He's gonna build a Raven. Does he know? How does he know? I guess because Coco. So 1 Cloak Banshee into a Raven, but that Raven is not out yet. Missile turrets are being built. Scan goes down, but Coco with the hot pickup. That is a scan for nothing. Is Lino ever gonna expand, by the way, guys? Or what are we doing here? What is this Wings of Liberty that I'm looking at? There are 33 SCVs on 1 base, triple orbital. And a turret and a Raven. What's next? He's gonna build a sensor tower soon? Come on. Expand, Lino. Coco drops her DTs in the corner, slices up a couple of Marines immediately. Second scan does kill 1 DT. And actually Coco a little bit too late there with the pickup. Okay, that is a play as well. I'm unfamiliar with the 6-minute 26-second eBay block, but hey. It is a play. Unfortunately for him, Coco has already expanded elsewhere. Coco's so good, she knew that eBay block was coming. That's why she took this base. Next level. Coco saw that eBay block coming from miles away. Alright. Lino is now on 42 SCVs and 1 base. I would like to... Yeah. This is happening, guys. A Lewis Hamilton amount of SCVs, triple orbital on 1 base. Our Terran has been hurt. We have 1 Banshee with Cloak trying to find something on the other side of the map. Don't think we really got anything. We're gonna fire up +1 as well before we expand. If Lino drops 2 more mules, by the way, he is done. Well, supply blocked. Is gonna call down for depot. Supply blocked again. Do it again, Lino. There's another depot here, mate. Hashtag rollout, guys. The things are moving. I mean, I know that Lino is also incredibly intense when he plays Starcraft 2, especially if it's a match that he knows people are watching. And he too can get nervous. Even if he's a grown man and he runs the company, Starcraft just does stuff to people. I think this game is a very good example of that. I think someone told Lino, like, just don't die early, just get stim, tanks, and combat shield, and you're going to be fine. And he took that very literal. He's like, I'm gonna take that advice to heart, baby. I will not die until I have stim. We've got a Raven dropping a couple of other turrets in the natural. Coco's got batteries everywhere. Yep, that is indeed what is happening. Like, the plan here is we're gonna force Coco to play macro. The thing is that I do think Coco really has made some good progress in playing normal games. Even if she still does a lot of 2-gate forge and 1 base silliness or 2 base all-ins. I've also seen Coco play the longer games, and she will make the correct calls. Like, look, she's got double forge. She has Zealot Charge already for a long time. We're working on Blink. We're getting a Colossus. We have extended thermal lens. I think Coco could get a second robot, maybe a Stargate. Eventually, indeed, going to carry us. I think the idea of make Coco play macro is good. But make Coco play macro while I have 45 SCVs on 1 base. Don't think that's quite the way to beat Coco. I think Coco is going to be too good for that. But let's see. A second starport. If that is just to start building a bunch of Vikings, I like it. It is building... It's being built next to a tech lab, which I think is a bit confusing. Coco is an upgrade animal. And our DTs are still slicing up some Marines, and the Warp Prism lives as well. We don't even have Warp Prism speed, and Coco still keeps it alive. Feels like we are gearing up for our first attack. Maybe we can wait for those 2 to upgrade. I actually think Coco is far enough ahead to attack into this. Even if this looks terrifying and scary, if it's more lips, then it's going to be hard. Coco is going to do it. Gonna warp in a few DTs somewhere. Where do we warp in those DTs? Even if this attack fails, I think there is no panic. It is important though that we at least kill something. We need to at least get something here, man. These tanks, by the way, are gonna hit like a Volvo truck. Oh, Coco, be careful. Alright, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna run into all these bios, all these tanks. Warp Prism into the main. Drop a couple zealots, Coco. Coco has taken out the Liberators. Colossus from downtown on the tanks. Lino's trying to target Fighter Colossus, but I think it's too late. There is just a little too much Protoss. Look at those DTs go. Look at the Archon. Look at the Stalkers. Coco has done it. GG. After 11 minutes and 21 seconds, we are all tied up between Lino and Coco. The plan of trying to make her play macro might be a good one, but you're still going to have to do it a little more efficient and a little sharper than that. Kudos to Coco. Just double forts, getting a strong army, and eventually Siege ascend it. Well done. Great start, obviously, as well with the DTs. We've got a series, guys. We've got a series. I wouldn't quite call that the hidden base. That was just the I know you're going to eBay block my third. That's game sense. That is something you develop. After hundreds of hours of streaming Starcraft 2, you just know that the eBay block is coming at the third, and you just take the fourth. Of course Clem is here. I would have been very disappointed if he was not. Okay, Lino has already hosted game 3. Ghost River? Ghost River for Lino versus Coco. Obviously, first series is for $75, guys. $60 will go to the winner, $15 will go to the loser. Indy, TKO, and Roddy all here. You know, my French colleague or my Polish colleague, they ain't always here, but they saw this lineup and they said, can't miss it. Alright. Coco is bantering a little bit now. I think that win did her good. I think she's a little bit more relaxed. Indy was apologizing that he got here late. And Coco said, don't worry, buddy. You missed nothing. Yeah, I know, Neat Pete. And actually my idea was for Trigger to be in the main event today. But obviously that would be very late for him since he's in Korea. And Trigger said like, just put me second. I really don't care. He's like, I just want to play a good series, put up a good show, have a nice series, play some video games. He's like, I don't care about second, third, fourth. And then Future, who was his roommate, also wanted to play. And I was like, mate, are you sure it's going to be like 3 a.m.? He's like, oh yeah, that's fine. He's like, I can find video gamers at 3 a.m. I said, all right, that is a unique opportunity for me to get some new people. So that is how we got today. Basically 1 community match and then 3 matches that I think indeed are all worthy of being the main event.
Round 3. Fight.
In the top right side, we are looking at the main base of the man who took take it to the late game and be safe. Incredibly serious. German efficiency took a whole nother page with 44 SCVs and 3 orbitals on 1 base. Hailing from Würzburg, I believe it is. It is Lino. Somewhere near Bavaria, I guess. In the top left side, we are looking at the main base of Platinum Heroes' very own coconutgamezz, aka Coco, aka Ugly. But we would never call Coco ugly. Schweinfurt, yeah, but nobody knows what a Schweinfurt is, Angie. Hello, Angie. Are you near your man? Is he looking intense? I can't even imagine how intense Lino looks. I have shared this story with you guys many times, as we have an eBay block in the natural. I use a DOS keyboard. Some people may be familiar with them, some people may not be familiar with them. Right now I've got a new version, but back then I had a keyboard that I've used for a year and a half. I played a crazy amount of games on it, high level Protoss, 6300 MMR. I peaked on that keyboard. It's the best I ever did. At one point, Lino stopped by my house. I said, hey Lino, you want to sit down and play a couple games? In the second game of playing a 29-minute TVP banger in Diamond League, keys were starting to fly out of my keyboard. He was pressing so hard that 3 keys flew out of my keyboard. I played a year and a half on that keyboard. Nothing ever happened. But Diamond League TVP just hits different, and 3 keys actually flew out. I have no idea how he did it. He's just so focused. He's so intense. He has a death stare that could go straight into a horror movie. That man is a gamer. He really is a certified gamer. So we had an eBay block into an expand. Just a regular Reaper expand coming out of Lino. As Coco is going to go for a proxy Stargate. This could become very difficult for Lino to defend. Obviously the Reaper should win the fight against the Zealot. But it is super important for our German Terran that he finds that proxy Stargate. It's not that close, to be fair. Don't lose your SCV. Liquid Club wouldn't lose the SCV. Lino is not Liquid Club. I think he's gonna go 3 Rex as well, right? Yeah. Okay, Coco is going to expand. Is there a world where Coco just makes an Oracle? Is that a thing? I'm afraid he's gonna get A moved though by 3 Rex. If it's just Oracle. Oh, it is. Okay. Lino is scouting with his Reaper. Coco has developed. He has evolved. The Coracle. Poor Lino is scouting every corner of the map, besides that little corner where the Stargate is at. But with his build, he should have plenty of Marines. However, he's gone Tech Lab first. This is not exactly the way I think you're supposed to do the 3 Rex. You're supposed to go Reactor first, get a bunch of Marines, and then this is Tech Lab. Uh-oh, that first Oracle is going to hurt. Our German Terran only has 2 Marines right now, guys. And Coco's Oracle is already here. It's going to fly into the main base. Activate Pulsar Beam -1, -2. What are we going to go for now? Marines, SCVs? 3 SCVs and a lot of lost mining time. Big scout. We're getting a 4th one as well. That's building the factory. On the other side of the map, though, Coco doesn't really have a lot of probes herself. At least he's going to take care of the Reaper without losing anything. It's a good start, but it could have been a lot better on the side of Coco if she would have just built a few more workers. Lino's economy is actually better. Coco's now building a Phoenix. I'm not sure if that's going to be very useful. We will see. I do like the shield battery, that is important. Oracle is gonna activate Pulsar Beam for the scouting SCV. Lino might be worried about a hidden base. There is no anti-air in the main. A bunch of SCVs are on follow too. Uh-oh. We're gonna get a Widow Mine in the main. Lino! Fix your rally! It's 5. Okay, he fixed it. We have fixed our rally point. Coco has dropped the Templar archives of 31 probes. There's charges on the way, and the Phoenix count is slowly increasing. Oh, is it gonna fly into the Widow Mine? So far it's not. It's gonna fly past 3 Marines. Activate Pulsar Beam one more time. We don't have a lot of energy on our Oracle. It's good enough for 1 more kill. The funny thing is I have the feeling that they are both gearing up for an attack. As we are supply block in sync. 54 out of 54, 54 out of 54. You guys may not like it, but this right here is what peak Starcraft looks like. We supply block together in harmony. They are very close MMR wise. Should be that even. I mean, we're all tied up after 2 games. If they were not close, I did a bad job. I think it is very difficult to predict who's going to win this best of 5 between them. I think it just comes down to who plays better. There's definitely things in the game that I know Lino is better at than Coco. But I also think that Coco has way more killer instinct. I used to joke that whenever Lino was here, if he would play 5 games, it would take 2 hours. Like, I can play 5 games and I'm going to have a 7-minute game, a 9-minute game, maybe a 14-minute game. All of Lino's games used to go on forever. So, he has a very hard time finishing games. While Coco, I think, is a bit of the opposite. Coco is incredibly good at ending games. But will struggle a little bit once he has to battle on 3 or 4 different fronts. Which obviously is one of the most difficult things in Starcraft. I'm gonna build a robo. Lino is gearing up for the Coco attack. As he is getting rid of whites everywhere. I like the wall up, I like the bunker, I like the depots. It is all very smart what he's doing. It is obviously important that eventually you get some activity out on the map as well. Maybe he just felt that he took too much damage from that Oracle to move out, but what is this? A 4 Widow Mine drop. Okay. 4 Widow Mines, guys. We don't see Widow Mines be very impactful these days. But perhaps this is the best of 5 where the Widow Mine can shine bright like it used to. Boost is activated. Here comes Lino. First mine, second mine. Are we ever going to burrow them? Yes, we were just taking the time. Can Coco go for the... Oh, Coco sends her probes back into the other Widow Mine. This is very chaotic Widow Mine defense. Can we lift Coco? Oh, the unburrow! Oh my goodness.
Liquid clam.
Oh my, no, the probes, no, yes, no, another unburrow. Oh my, he's a gamer. Retarget. Ah, shame. Wow, what a drop. Oh, these probes are still sitting here as well. Okay. We have found the proxy Stargate, by the way, guys. We have found the proxy Stargate. As Lino loads up 8 more Marines, I do think that's very smart. Get a big army at home and just keep sending out some units. If you're worried that you're sending out too much, just keep it at a single medevac. This is an interesting route that these bio units are taking to maybe take out this Stargate. Where are they going? Wait, what is this? The single Oracle has flown to the other side of the map and it's going to activate Pulsar Beam to battle the Marauder, but the Marines are here. That was a very unique interaction. Coco loses her Oracles. He had enough of it. She didn't need it anyway. I think Dark has a Twitter account already, because that's where he tweeted out that he became a dad. Lino has unloaded 8 Marines on the left side of the map. Coco sent out a probe to potentially expand again, since he's going to be all over it. Here come the Zealots, here come the Phoenixes. Lino sees it very, very late, goes for the pickup. Obviously that is too late. Coco shuts that down. I like how there was an entire army next to this Stargate, and the army just abandoned the Marine. Thank you, Phaser, matey. The 2 players here we are currently watching are around 4,300 MMR. After this, every single player is going to be above 6k. This is around 4-3. I think Coco has been up to 4-5, 4-6. I think Lino has been there as well, but they both have a hard time staying that high. Dark Shrine on the production tab as the first Colossus is on the way. Extended Turbulence on the way. We have 3 High Templars with Storm. Is Coco a Storm enjoyer? I didn't know. I have seen her Storm a few times, obviously, but I feel like it's very rare. Can't get to 5k, always stuck around 4-8. Need some coaching, mate. A little bit of coaching and you'll be 5k in no time. If I can even make Wingend win a bunch of games, imagine what I can do to you. Just kidding, Wingend. You deserved it, mate. A lot of hard work went into that. I saw it. I saw the grind. My second Robo. Honestly, Coco's second Forge, by the way. That's going to be amazing for her. As Lino is still just working on... Okay, he has double eBay, but he's only using one. I'm a little bit worried that Lino is overcomplicating things. That is a big stim as well. We saw something. Our man is paranoid. Maybe he saw the Zealots, who knows. Another 8 Marine drop. Round 2. As we have gone back for the Stargate. We have gone back. And after 12 minutes, that Stargate is donezo. Coco already rebuilding our Stargate. He knew it was coming. If 8 Marines stim on top of this base, there's definitely some potential. Coco has warped in a few Zealots and a single DT. Maybe feeling that a drop is nearby. The 3 Marauders have gone for a very ambitious mission. Somehow they get the pylon. As Lino with another Widow Mine drop. Uh-oh, not 1, not 2, but 3 Widow Mines. How good is this one? The first one killed nothing. The second one killed 1. This one though. Oh, Lino! A gamer. He really is a gamer. The Widow Mines that we say they don't even hurt or fly anymore. Killed 12 probes. Well, 11. And then now it's time for those 8 Marine to show up as well on the left side. That drop that has been active for a while. As he comes down that pylon, picks it up, clicks it back, clicks it away again. And soon we click it back again. Now we unload the Marines one by one on top of a million Zealots. There's another double drop heading towards the natural. Coco has a recall. This would be a great moment to use recall Coco. What is Coco's army, guys? Coco has 32 Zealots. It's a lot of Zealots. Shield battery overcharge has been activated. Lino's grabbing a few more workers. Is he eventually, I think, gonna kill that battery? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It is a drop. It is a drop, guys. Oh, now he's stim. He's like, oh damn it, I still have that drop. Oh, he goes for the Colossus. Can he get it? No way, right? He does get 2 out of 3 Phoenixes. Gets every single Phoenix. That's actually a big deal. Because that means that if he now has a medevac here, he can actually just let it idle there for a little while. The Liberator is gonna siege up on this base. Coco does not have a lot of anti-air, guys. Coco has 3 Stalkers that don't have blink. He's so Zealot heavy. Honestly, if he would attack right now, even into all these Widow Mines, I think with 2 upgrades, Coco could A-click Lino. For sure. I don't know if she can do it. I don't know if she feels confident enough to do it. Good job by Lino, by the way, with the Liberator that has unsieged and has now gone for the main base. Coco is still low on anti-air, is low on gas as well. And these are 2 of her only simulators. He has now F2 to warp prison back, but we're going to send it back again. Lino, however, is very safe. I don't know how these Marines and Marauders have made it to the bottom left side, but they are here as Marauders. I mean, there's Liberators everywhere. Liberator in the main, Liberator in the natural. The Marines and Marauders on top of the 9 o'clock base. As the Warp Prism, unfortunately for Coco, cannot find a way in. I still believe that Coco could win this. If she just grabs everything she has and she attacks with that 2-2 army, with Colossus, with Storm, with a carrier. I think it's time to go, Coco. Right now, we are powerful. We are big. A lot of Lino, his Widow Mines are not burrowed yet. It doesn't really look like these units are grouped. And 2 more Widow Mines have been burrowed in the natural. Lino needs to start spending his money. He does have star. He's got 5 starports. What the fuck? That's a lot. If every single Liberator siege up, then I don't think there is a way. Because I'm afraid that Coco does not have enough NTR. 1 carrier, 4 Stalkers, and a bunch of Storms. That is what we are working with. Coco is gonna go for it. We're gonna full send it. +2 armor has finished up. Vike and Lino is now going to panic because I don't think he has grouped anything in forever. So we are gonna siege up with the Liberators. We save as he's going up to 5 bases. He's played this well. You gotta give it to Lino, guys. He has played this well. Another Widow Mine run by over here in the base, but we gotta take a look at this fight. Coco has done very good against the ground army, but we just don't have enough anti-air. We can't kill the Liberators, we can't kill the Vikings. There are Widow Mines scattered all around the map, and Lino is damn rich. I'm afraid for Coco that this is going to do... Hey, we have DTs. DTs are killing Ghost. Killing some SCVs. Lino realizes it, throws down a scan. Gonna build a couple turrets. 100 army supply against 18. As we have a Widow Mine. Run die? Die. He's been good with the Widow Mines. You gotta give it to him. It was Wingend, right, with his Widow Mines back then versus Lino in the Community Rumble. The second funniest clip in Starcraft 2 history. I feel like Lino has learned from that and he has made it his own. I don't know if we have it as a clip, Magnus. I actually think the video is lost, but it was so good. It was actually so funny. A game on Royal Blood between Lino and Wingend. I think it was Wingend. I have never seen Widow Mines fire that many times in a row. It's so incredibly funny. Bully says he has the video saved on his PC. Sick. It's one of the funniest things that I ever got to cast in a game of StarCraft. It's so funny. This game, unfortunately, is coming to a rather dull ending. Coco has just taken too much damage. She had her moments. She had, I think, a pretty good game plan. The Oracle was solid. She absolutely got herself ahead. Just slowly but steady. I think she was really expecting an attack because she scouted the barracks of Lino, and that's why she made so many zealots, and she felt she needed the zealots to be safe. But the attack never came. Lino played it incredibly slow, incredibly steady. A Widow Mine drop at a time, a Marine drop at a time, and in the end, it is the superior macro of our German Terran that's going to give him the 2-1 lead and put him on match point. Good job with the Widow Mines, Lino. I gotta give it to you, mate. Poor Coco made so many zealots. I really think, guys, there were moments in that game where if Coco just closes her eyes, grabs those 30 zealots with 2-2, and you attack move them to the other side of the map, Lino would struggle like no tomorrow dealing with that many zealots with good upgrades. But yeah. Obviously, when it comes to defending against Widow Mine drops, when it comes to defending a run-by or a Marine drop, having 30 plus zealots is not going to do a lot for you. It is still possible for Coco, though. Wouldn't quite count Coco out yet. BVT, her specialty. We can always go back to the DT drop. Thank you to Noobling for the 4 months. No, it's a best of 5. We always do best of 5s in the Big Brain Bouts. This is the first of 4 best of 5. Next up, we have a PVT banger between Trigger and Ryung. Actually, very exciting to have Ryung in the Big Brain Bouts. As Indy apparently must rejoin. He has a bug. Golden Aura, game 4. I feel corner bases. Or maybe it's time for Coco's 2-gate forge. Or the 3-gate forge. I was Trigger Ryung, not the main event, because they didn't want to play at 4 AM. They are obviously amazing. Tonight, mate, is very simple. Today we have one community series that is Coco versus Lino. And then we just have 3 fun high-level best of 5s. See tonight as a special UFC night where the last 3 fights are epic. And the order doesn't really matter. This is one of them. Alright, guys. Round 4. Coco versus Lino. I think Lino's 2nd or 3rd time in the Big Brain Bouts. Coco's debut. $60 for the winner, 15 for the loser. Match point for Lino, who I don't think has ever won in the BBB. Lino in general gets pretty unlucky whenever we cast him. Is tonight his night.
Round 4. Fight.
Top left side, it is the queen of Starcraft, born and raised in Massachusetts, these days living in Norway, representing the Platinum Heroes. It's our very own coconutgamezz, aka Coco. In the bottom right side, it is my tall German friend, the beer delivery champ of the world. Is he actually going to do it? Win a best of 5 on my stream? For what I want to say is the first time ever, Der Lino. Not to be confused with Der Lino, the chatter in my chat, but that guy is out there too. What is it going to be tonight, guys? What is it going to be on Golden Aura? Coco is looking at Lino's natural. And if Coco is looking at this natural, I think we're going for a Stargate. Can I pre-register? No, there is no such thing as you register for the Big Brain Bouts. I invite people, and I often have my reasons for those invites. I make it through the weekend, I see who plays in what, who's active, who does what, and then I think of what I want to do. You can always let me know in the Discord channel that you want to play, but I'm honestly not too big on, and this is not about you. But if no one ever plays in anything, but then they do tell me they want to play in the Big Brain Bouts over and over again, I just think that's a bit silly. I rather invite people who do play ladder, who do play in community tournaments or the weekly, that kind of stuff. To me, that is just very important. In the end, Coco has not gone for anything too cheesy. She has not gone for a Stargate in the natural or a gateway in the natural. We are just playing a good old one gate fast expand. I know, Bruno. It seems so easy, right? It's like, hey, Roddy, you have a couple $100 you can give away for good video games. It's gotta be so easy to get a bunch of people lined up, right? And then there are time zones and matchup preferences and MMRs and yes, this week, no, not that week. Oh, I actually have this thing coming up. Some weeks I'm very lucky and it only takes me like an hour and a bit. But there are also weeks where, yeah, it probably takes me 6, 7, 8 hours. You send out messages, you have to wait. You don't really want to invite 2, 3 players for the same matchup. Sometimes I have no other choice because I really need to get it done. But it definitely takes some time. But it's been very fun to do. I mean, I'm very happy with it. Obviously, anytime that I can give away some buckies to Starcraft gamers, I am going to do it. And I've had a lot of fun running the event. Even if some weeks it can be a little bit frustrating. 99% of the time it is all fun. Lino's opening up with some Hellions. For some reason he's shooting at his own SCV. So what exactly... what? It's a Hellion drop, so 1-1-1. Are we gonna drop Hellions in the main and then also cruise Hellions into the natural? I feel like this is gonna be another 44 SCV 1 base opening by Lino. As the Reaper has snuck into the main base, is trying to figure out what is happening. Coco's build technically very, very good against this. Because it's a double gate opening. Lino does kill a single probe there with the Reaper, that's not too bad. Alright. So what Coco ideally wants to do here, guys, is you just put one Stalker on hold position in your wall off, and then the other Stalkers, they are just kind of on patrol in this area, and then you just kill the Hellions. Unfortunately, we don't have a unit on hold position. The first 2 Hellions are just going to drive in. Now this is a bit of a distraction maneuver. Obviously, Lino will be happy if he gets kills, and he gets 1 or 2. But it's mostly about the drop in the main. Does Coco see it? Coco is going to see it now. Oh, how are we going to react, Coco? We're going to warp in the Stalker. Cool, calm, collected, only pulls a couple probes away. Lino's shots are terribly out of sync. In the end, gets 5. Okay. Honestly, I like the defense by Coco. I really kind of like... I was afraid that he was going to panic and grab all the workers and clump them up. This was actually kind of good. Coco is still enjoying a 5 worker lead. As we're already getting a Dark Shrine online on the right side, right above the main of Lino. He will never see it coming. And we have a proxy gate here too. Lino is indeed going to build a 3rd orbital once more with a 1 base setup. Hello, Irma. Game 4 looking very, very good for Coco. She's obviously not there yet, Things could still fall apart. We do need to make sure we don't lose too many probes against the Liberator. But I see a lot of potential here for Coco. We gotta be happy with this start. Lino's Liberator is gonna sneak into the main base. Coco has a Stalker on the edge of her main. Lino's gonna C-jump to kill the Stalker. Coco out micros that Liberator like no tomorrow. Take that. We are gaming. Oh. Probes need to go back, Coco. And they will. Coco knows about the Widow Mines and is not trying to get in range. Lino has used call down for depot on one of these supply depots because I guess we hit a tiny block. That's a lot of SCVs, guys. 33 SCVs on one base. It's a lot of SCVs. I'd love to storm drop. This is so bad. Or like a Colossus drop. Oh, so satisfying. Nothing more satisfying than killing a lot of SCV. Whoa, double Stargate. The 6-minute 30-second double Stargate. It's honestly, actually, it's not too good, unfortunately. But I don't know if why. We're just going into carriers very quickly, guys. The Liberator is going to siege up in the natural. Stalkers are here, though. Okay, we might lose the Stalker, but it's not too bad. Coco must just really hate Liberators. So immediate fleet beacon, and we're just gonna pump out some carriers, right? I assume that's what it is. Yeah. Let's get air weapons then, Coco. You've watched enough Roddy to know how much I love me some +1 air weapons. As we have DTs in the main base. Lino's got a lot of scans. Lino's got a lot of scans. Will he actually be able to kill any of the DTs? Yes, gets the first. Second one gets out of the circle. The Liberator got F2'd. Happens to the best of us. This honestly could have been worse, because if there was a DT in the natural as well, I think we would have lost a whole lot more. 6 worker lead and a 3rd base on location. Lino throws down a scan, and he's probably going to be pretty happy to see that, yes, this base is there, but it's not saturated yet. Lino says fair game. I don't know, is he balance mining? What was happening? What? What is happening here? You have 3 bases too. It's 3 bases against 3 bases. What is happening? We have thrown down a scan, but we have missed the DT. As the first carry is like, this game is actually very, very even. If anything, honestly, if you right now let Clem resume this game from replay, I think he's gonna beat almost any Protoss. But Lino just needs to grab 25 of these. Does he not know that he's got 40 SCVs in the natural? We've got 40 SCVs in the natural. If you just build like 5 racks and you build nothing but Marines here, you're absolutely crushing. As this Marine does find the 2 pylons, the Dark Shrine, and the gate. Okay, the Warp Prism is going to get pushed into the Widow Mine, so that is obviously an excellent shutdown. Legit, all that Lino needs to do... Oh my god, what is this, guys? I'm having a meltdown. Like, build 17 depots. Depot. Call down, saturate mineral line, float over orbital, missile turret, barracks. 2nd eBay, armory, pump it down. Pump out some freaking Marines, build 3 medevacs, and we take the game from there. This game for the Terran is fixable within like 6 seconds. Depot, turret, Rex, 2nd eBay, armory, build a couple medevacs, and you're cooking. This game is hell for the Terran. Even if the supplies are even. Lino is a man who has just watched a lot of Day 9 when he was young. It's like, always build workers! And he's like, got it, chef. Nothing but SCVs from my part. Alright, we are going to get our 2nd eBay. We need an armory. And we need like 4 more Rexes. It was Ryung indeed. During the GSL Protoss semi-finals in Las Vegas in the Cosmopolitan. Imba, 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 Imba. And the Broodlord Infestor was getting the best of him. Was it GSTL? I thought it was Code S. Yeah, they had both, right? They did Code S finals and GSTL there. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was GSTL. Was it against a Sniper? Right? I mean, he wasn't wrong. The man at that point may have been a balance whiner, but he was not wrong. Broodlord Infestor was incredibly imba. Yeah, absolutely. Coco is working on another Stargate. We're gonna get +2 air weapons as well. This game had a lot of potential to be very spicy and explosive, and no, it's just been kind of chill for a little while. Lino is gonna build not 1 but 2 armories next to each other, and he is gonna build these 4 Rexes. So he's kind of done, guys. What I requested, you know, take the third, build a turret, second eBay, armory, bunch of Rex. It just took a little while. I know, Crowbar. 3 messages in a row. Great, passionate Starcraft nerd minds think alike. We're gonna get a fusion core and another starport on the side of Lino. Coco is enjoying a tiny worker lead. How many carriers do we have? 7. I mean, these 7 carriers could have absolutely already won the game. I do think as a Terran it is difficult to beat a whole bunch of carriers in the late game. For some high level Terrans it's obviously not that difficult. You look at Maru or Clem and they make it look simple, and carriers look absolutely useless. But on lower levels obviously carriers are very powerful and it's hard to kill them. MMR is around 4,300, guys. That was the idea. Advanced ballistics on the way for Lino. That's great against a ground army, but obviously Coco is mostly working with carriers. I really don't know how much Lino has seen. Let's find a little opening with a bunch of Marines and 2 Marauders. And we're going to take out these 2 pylons. Does Lino have any idea about all these? He does know about the second starport. I guess we put on a scan. Kills the Nexus. Pretty good kill, to be fair. Loves the weirdo mine run by, eh? Coco has learned a lesson though from Ghost River. And she says, not again! One widow mine does make it through. Coco's army is really good. I believe she can absolutely A-move. Lino, his rally points are honestly giving me an anxiety attack. Coco had enough! Says, you know what, let's battle! Let's see how much you have as the Oracle leads the charge, flies into a Widow Mine. 1 Archon is going to step inside of the circles. Marines are here. Storms are landing. I don't see a lot of anti-air. The Widow Mines maybe have some potential, but just like that, it's the carriers that end the game. Yes, just like that, games can end. And it's Coco and Lino who go to distance. Game 5, guys. It may not have always been pretty, but it's definitely close and exciting. A 1 hour best of 5. The nerves must be sky high at this point. Better than Reina versus Max Vex? I gotta say that was incredibly good. But I would say it's more entertaining than Reina Goblin. Even though the end was amazing. But there were also 35 minutes of the game that I enjoyed a little bit less. Yep, we could go back to 3 Rex Reaper. Coco is riding in the lobby. I don't think I've played this map once ever. As he says, it is my namesake after all. His Coco's name is Courtney. And actually, like, I watched her stream for 2 years and I never knew her name was Courtney. Crimson Court, guys, for all the marbles. Coco says, I'm ready whenever. Lino says, nerves anyone. And Indy says a lot. I'm feeling it too. This is the most tense I felt all day. 85 minutes, what was it? 58 minutes into Rainer Goblin and we needed a win. And my entire chat is telling me that my boy is dead. I wasn't feeling nervous. I believed. But right now, loading into game 5, I'm feeling it. I just want Roddick to say my whole name and mention my sub because I think it's funny. Pencil dicks? Alright, mate.
Final round. Fight!
I'll take your subby, mate. Thank you. And I hope you had fun. Top right side of Crimson Court. She said she don't think she's ever played this map, even though it's pretty much named after her. It's Courtney. It's Coco. It's Platinum Heroes. Ugly. coconutgamezz, guys. coconutgamezz. In the bottom left side, we are looking at the main base of the man who has done a lot of things right in this series and has done just as many things wrong. Especially base saturation and rally points seem to be our nemesis today. Can we get it up? Finally, one time on the Roddy stream. It's my good friend, Lino. Coco's probe is going to make it into the main base this time. Coco went for a very, very early scout. And Coco is in the main. Lino can't lose this SCV. Second, oh, he's going to lose it. Okay, not like that. Good save, actually. We need to build our barracks, though. We need to build our barracks. Second barracks has been scouted. We can build a depot now, but obviously the 2-Rex has already been scouted. What cancels it? Cancels the second barracks. And now a command center. Oh my goodness. It's on the water chest. This man is not even on this planet anymore. Take notes, Liquid Clum. You have never seen anything like this. But Coco is not buying any of it. She wasn't impressed by that second barracks or the third barracks. We've just gone for a 1-gauge fast expand. Coco is flying. Lino's flying. Everyone is bringing their A game over here. Reaper is going to walk past the Zealot. Okay, I mean that's probably fine. Coco, we're building a Stalker. Yes. Once more, it's a double gate opening. Lino's gonna have to bring a couple of SCVs to the front. Reaper now turns around, even though I think it had some potential in the main base. Hello, Athena. Thank you for the gifted subby. Lino should obviously be able to take care of this Zealot without really losing anything to it. I love, by the way, how we built the command center here. And now it gets scouted by the Zealot. So Coco knows about the expand. Does not know that the second barracks got cancelled, but I don't know how deep we're thinking here. Sometimes Starcraft is very similar to poker, where it's like, well, if you're playing a high level game with people who have played millions of hands, you're thinking X, Y, Z. But if you're playing with people that have played poker twice in their life, you're obviously going to analyze things a little bit differently. And I think that's kind of happening here as well. It's another triple CC on one base, but a Cyclone this time. And Coco is going to build another pylon in the center of the map. Will Lino's Reaper see it? No. Yes? Yes! Could be a big scout. Sees the pylon. Should have seen the probe. Takes a couple seconds before we process all that information, but we have seen it. we're macroing, guys. We are macroing. But soon we're going to see that pylon. We're going to be like, whoa! Please, Lino. One time. No? Okay. We have not seen it yet, guys. We have not seen it yet. A Reaper hops into the main base. It's going to work maybe on the probe. Don't let it get surrounded. We're going to see the Twilight Council. That obviously screams DTs when we're playing against Coco. So I'm sure all the alarm bells are going off. What about an eBay? Raven obviously is a very solid choice as well. Will Lino ever realize that he scouted a pylon, guys? Because I don't think he knows. If I'm looking at his first person view, we are following Lino's camera for a little bit. Wait, I think he saw the pylon. He's like, hold on, wait a minute. I scouted that thing. I'm gonna hawk Chewie on that thing as he finds the pylon, the Dark Shrine, the gate. And he is, I guess, happy for now. But just because you know it's there, that I like how he just thought he found it. He scouted it 4 minutes ago. Just because you know it's there, that does not mean you're not gonna take any damage. The Reaper right clicks on the pylon and the DT is gonna kill it. Do we have a... We don't have a we have a robo. We just don't have a warp prism yet. Lino has done a much better job in building supply depots this time. I'm pretty happy to see that. Very good job. Very good in that regard. Coco obviously doing a solid job in that regard as well. Enough pylons, not really supply block. I think a quick robo bay would be solid here. Perhaps the carriers, but the carriers are risky because Lino overall has a cleaner start and there is a chance that he attacks you earlier. I think robo bay is very good. Decent decision by Coco. Hello, John. Thank you so much, mate, for the 111 months. Beautiful 111. Make a wish. It is Master League 3 or 2. I don't know how the MMR works. 4,300 MMR, guys. After this, all the games are going to be high level. We do one community match for 75 bucks. And after that, we watch the pro gamers do their thing. I think this has been a banger. Where is it gonna go? Lino is gonna make the backup Reaper. I feel like if we wanted a Reaper 6 minutes into the game, maybe we didn't have to lose this one. Coco needs to be very, very, very cautious here, guys. Because with the missile turret, with the Widow Mine, and the Cyclones on patrol, Lino is ready. Coco is also... complete. Careful with your observer, Coco. Don't pull a Roddy. I'm very good in losing my observers to... Uh-oh. Alright, Coco is going to commit. Lino, will you move the Cyclone? No, but he's got a Viking. Uh-oh. That means that the Warp Prism is committed. Scan goes down. Did one DT die inside of the Prism? Yeah. There's a missile turret as well. A Reaper in the main base is going for the Robo Bay, guys. Will it? No, it will not get. What can I say for a split second there? I thought we were starting to see some groundbreaking meta plays. The Reaper is going to drop some grenades and blow up the Robo Bay. Lino is down 14 workers. What he does have, though, is a stimmed bio. Coco is thinking of moving out. I think it would have been a great move out, actually. I actually think it would have been a great move out, but Coco turns around. Why? Maybe she's a bit indecisive. She's like, I've got double forge, I've got a Colossus. That is true. Now I'm going to have to defend medevac drops, though. 8 Marines in the bottom right, 8 Marines in the top left. It's always difficult as a Protoss to deal with this if you don't have Phoenix or you don't have Blink Stalkers. I know Lino pretty well, and I can only imagine the explosion of happiness if he does win this best of 5. But I also know that he will be absolutely mauling and fuming for hours if he doesn't. So for NG's sake, I kind of hope he wins. But then again, I would never want to cheer against Coco. There's a couple of Marines do get picked up in the natural, but a -8 workers is not bad. Pretty decent start. How well will the second drop do? That Marauder kind of gave it away as it's starting to work on the assimilator. Turn around, we go for a Stalker, we go for a Zealot. Shield battery overcharge is going to keep the remaining units of Coco safe. And Coco weathers the storm. What are we stimming for? Oh, okay. We found the Observer. The Liberator is going to be a relic to the other side of the map as well. One of the 2 medevacs is still carrying some bio units. The other one obviously out of steam. We're getting a second eBay. We're getting an ornery. Lino has definitely cleaned up his macro a lot. Gotta give him kudos. Golden Aura was a straight up nightmare. Oceanborn looked a little bit silly. This actually is so much cleaner. But Coco is here with a pretty good army. And Lino has sent a lot of supply out. Liberator is going to siege up in the natural. What will Coco do? Do we recall or do we just send it? Coco says we're going to send it. Units, Widowmine is not barreled. Bio is not inside of the bunker. Oh, but that tank on the high ground is monstrous. Coco, don't lose your observer. Do you have an observer? The Widowmine shot is so big. What a chaotic fight. We are killing a lot of probes on the other side of the map, but this is still a very decent amount of Protoss. I don't know if Coco can walk into the Widow Mines. Those Widow Mine shots are good, but all the SCVs are stuck. Will this tank live forever? Can the Stalkers kill the tank? Yes, the Stalkers have killed the tank. Lino's supply is plummeting, as he does still have one medevac with a couple of units on the other side of the map, but I think it's too much Protoss. 1-1 Stalkers. Okay, Liberators are sieging up. This is actually kind of scary. Coco is going to walk through that Liberator. Just really wants to get into the main base. The Colossus have died, but the Zealots and DTs are getting on top of the Terran production. There is a tiny drop on the other side of the map, but Coco has warped in DTs, has warped in Zealots. And I think it is safe to say that on her debut, it is Queen Coco who gets the W. A 3-2 victory over Lino. A match that has been in the making for a very, very long time. We couldn't always make it in the fast, but it is Coco who walks away with $60. Well done. Oh, well. Yeah, it happened. Where do I start? What do I analyze? Widow Mines were not burrowed. Marines were not inside of the bunker. Right when Lino tried to go up to 3 bases. But, GG. Coco gets the dub. We never do interviews in the Big Brain Bouts, so I'm not going to make exceptions now, especially not with all the Koreans that have to play today. So I'm going to settle the prediction. I am sure that Coco will entertain you guys on stream either tonight or tomorrow. You guys can ask her all about it. 43% of you guys believed in Coco. 57% believed in Lino. It is Coco who gets the job done. Yeah, that one Liberator would have been mega useful at home. With 2 lips, I don't think the Stalkers ever killed that tank. And if that tank doesn't die, we can probably hold. But it is what it is. Second best of 5 of the night, guys. This is going to be some very high-level gaming between Trigger and Ryung. The winner gets $80. The loser gets $20. BBB number 65. Trigger. What is it, Ken? Protoss. Ryung. SKT. Give you guys 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take a very tiny break. I really need to drink some water. I've been talking so much today already that my voice kind of hurts. Congrats to Coco once more. Obviously, kudos to Lino for playing. Hopefully, Angie, your man is not too upset. There is always a next time. It was fun. I enjoyed some community StarCraft. We're going to take a little break. After that, we'll be back with some very high-level PvT. I'll see you guys soon.